Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is really special because it is dedicated to someone who is no longer among us. This year is the first year on my life when I do not have my mom around me, and on October 20 she would have turned 73. I'm thinking on her, and I was thinking to make something special to remember her and her birthday. I thought that it's nice and appropriate for her to cherish her memory by doing a makeup tutorial using products from brands that are starting with the letter L. So we are going to have, of course, L'Oreal, Laura Mercier, L.A.Girl, and some products from Lord and Berry. If you want to see how I recreate this look and what are the products that I used, then just keep on watching. So I've already primed my lids, and for this I have used the Nars Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Primer, and I will make sure to add on my description box all the products that I'm going to use today. And this is the only product that is not starting with letter L, and I have a couple of products that I've been ordering from a website but they did not come. And for my complexion I have used the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer, which used to be, back in time, one of my favorite, if not my most favorite primer. And I even have a video reviewing this product. It's one of my first videos that I have done 2 years ago. I'm going to start old school with foundation. And for foundation, let me dim a bit the light because I will appear too exposed or overexposed, yeah. So something like this. I'm going to use my favorite foundation from L'Oreal. This is the Age Perfect Serum Foundation that I've reviewed and made a comparison with another foundation from number 7. So I will also link that video down below. Hopefully I will not forget. But usually when I'm editing, I will take a notes and I put all the informations on the description box file that I always create while I'm editing, and then when I'm uploading the video I will check that file. So of course I'm going to talk about my mom during this get ready with me / makeup tutorial. I'm going to use one of my new and favorite sponges that I've got. This was sent by my friend Leia on the mail friend package that I received last week. For concealer, I'm going with my favorite concealer from L'Oreal. This is the True Match concealer. I also have a concealer from Lancôme, but I wanted to go with this one because I like it so much. And now that we are heading to winter, this shade is starting to match me. I've considered getting a backup, but because we had a big sale on my drugstore, actually the sale is still running until Sunday. When I'm filming this video, we are on Friday 16th, so I'm planning to upload the video on Tuesday 20th of October, when it was my mom's birthday. I love this concealer, it's amazing. I cannot believe that nobody talks about it, and I know that now L'Oreal has released a concealer that has also a serum. It's also from the line True Match, but believe me, this is bulletproof. I'm starting to love it even more. So now we are coming to the setting powder, and I did order from iHerb a setting powder, a blush palette, blush, highlight and contour, and a mascara from brands starting with letter L. Just it didn't arrive. I want to move this powder here on this cap from Catrice because I will not have the place to swirl my brush. Okay, so I think this much will be enough to set my under eye area and the face. So for my under eye area, I'm going to use the AOA Studio brush that I just got from my friend Leia last week. I know that this is mostly like a highlighter brush, but I want to use it for my under eye area because I think it's cute. So I'm using my viewfinder as a mirror. So one thing I remember about this setting powder from Laura Mercier is that it's a bit heavy, so I hope it will not charge my under eye area, but maybe this is a good test to see how a very good concealer is working with a powder that is not so suitable for my needs. Now that I remember, I should contour first because we are going to use a more creamy contour, so I prefer to do it before adding powder. So this is by L'Oreal. It's the Indefectible Sculpt contouring palette, and this was released several years ago when I started my blog. I remember I got it, and this has a consistency between cream and powder, so I rather apply it before applying my powder. Now I can add my setting powder. So this is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, the one that everybody raves about. Just I didn't enjoy it that much, and I do not like the formula because it contains parabens. You know me. Okay. And now let's begin with the story about my mom. So last year, during this time, I was already taking the decision to go and visit her in Romania. She was already too ill and she was needed to get in a hospital. She was too weak to go alone, so she needs someone to join her, and she trusts in some people who just made her harm throughout her last 5 years of her life. So this is another story which I'm not going to talk about on this platform, but yeah, this is sadly. And when I've seen that on the day when she was supposed to go, I was already arranging with a doctor via WhatsApp that they were waiting for her, and later I contacted the doctor, the surgeon, and he told me that they never arrived. And I found out later that the person who was supposed to help her just dumped her. They didn't do anything for her, just went there and came back. They didn't have the patience or the interest to help her. Then I took the decision that I'm going to Romania. So next day I bought a flight ticket and I've arrived. I landed in Romania on October 20, which was on Sunday, and it was exactly on her birthday. Now back in time, I'm thinking how blessed decision it was that I did that, because that was the last birthday that I had a chance to spend it with my mom. So I cannot thank enough me and also my husband, who encouraged me to go for 2 days, because yeah, it's a bit of expense to buy tickets on the last minute and to arrange a unplanned trip. My manager was understandable because I have just started my work in that month, so that was one of the reasons that I couldn't go and support her throughout her illness, because I just started my work. I started my job in October 2019, and the second reason it was, of course, that my kids are too small, so just leaving them with their dad, which is also working, it was not going to help him too much. So just I flight on Sunday morning and I returned on Tuesday afternoon, so like 3 days I was missing from home. I will make a break to show you the palette that I discovered that I have. So this is by Lancôme, and this is the Venus XL2, and thanks to Steph from Steph Beauty Stash channel that she did a review this week about a limited edition from Lancôme, I just realized that I have a palette from a brand starting with letter L that is not by L'Oreal, and also I ordered from a palette from Loreal, which it didn't come, of course. So I have a palette and I'm saved. I cannot say that is my favorite palette, but anyway, I think we were going to do a decent work. And the brush holder that came with the brush set that came from Leia, I'm using it to keep my brushes that I'm using currently. And after I finish using them, I just cover them and they will not catch dust and bacteria. So yeah, that's very useful for me. And also I'm going to use some of the brushes that Leia sent me. Long story short, I was able to fly in October 20 and be with my mom when she was turning 72. I'm going for a fall appropriate look. So this is my goal for this look. I don't want to do anything fancy. So guys, do what you can for your parents, because they will not be forever, and the things that you are thinking you cannot do will join you for the rest of your life. So I couldn't take my mom here because in Czech Republic we have a very good healthcare system. It's based on insurance, and she was not ill. Her illness was a bit sudden. She didn't have cancer, so don't think that she had cancer. She had other problem to her esophagus, which has affected her health because she was not able to feed herself. So that was the problem that create a chain reaction, to say like that. But anyway, thinking about the current situation, it would have been difficult because she had a lot of chronic illness. I don't know how she would have managed there by herself, because we couldn't bring her here due to the medical system. She needs insurance here. I don't say that it's good that it happened like this, but I think it's a reason that God plans some things to happen. But sometimes we don't understand His ways. Okay, I'm going to the shade Classical to intensify my outer V, and I think I've over applied to my lower lashes. So long story short, I went on October 20, 2019. That was on a Sunday, so we spent her birthday together. She couldn't eat too much. I bought some sweets, some treats. Her esophagus was not letting the food to go inside. And after that, after she went to the hospital, they made a surgery, kind of surgery for her, and the problem was solved temporarily, but later we found out that was supposed to be done every 3-4 months. So she didn't have a chance to do it second time. She, for the past 9 years, after my father passed away, she was with us on every winter. She was coming usually in December and leaving in February, March. So she was spending the winter here because she didn't have what to do on her house during winter. It's nothing to do. She had a big garden and house, and in the beginning she had some chicken, but later the powers have started to leave her because she was also overweight, and yeah, didn't help too much on her mobility, to say like this. For my lower lashes, I'm going to use the shade West. This is a nice palette, but I don't know why I don't like it. And you see that the shimmers are chalky, so I cannot get a good payout. And I wet the brush, and still I don't like. I don't know, maybe it's the light here, but I don't like how it looks. So that's the sad story of my mom. She went for the last 3 months of her life in a senior salon because she was staying in that hospital for 1.5 months. No, like 1 month, 5 weeks, something like that, from October 22 until the end of November, I think. And after that she stayed 10 days at home. She had a stroke. She went again to another hospital near to her house, and after that I just put her on that senior salon because she was not able to move. After sitting in hospital for 1.5 months, they started to put her diapers and she didn't move from bed, and she started to say that she cannot move. And yeah, I think the senility was starting to hit her more than I or she could imagine. I'm going to add this Lord and Berry shimmery liner on my inner rim just because I feel that I need more light here. So I discovered that I have so many things from brands starting with letter L. Because the video is already starting to get too long, I'm going to do out of camera my brows. I'm using the L.A.Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. And also I'm going to apply my liner. This is by L'Oreal and this is the Flash Cat Eye Liner. So after that we'll return for the mascara. I need something on my waterline, so I'm adding this Lord and Berry. Actually, this is a lip liner. And now for mascara is coming something which I was waiting from a long time. We are going to try the Monsieur Beige by Lancôme. Hopefully I will not be disappointed because I was planning to open this on my birthday, but I decided to go with the Dior because that one was older on my collection, and I do not like to have too many high-end mascaras open on my collection because of course they are expensive and I want to get use as much as possible from them. And I already have other drugstore mascara that I have open and other that I want to open and try, so I want to use as much as possible from this. So my friend Joey Riddle loves this mascara. The brush is nothing fancy, it's just a natural brush. Maybe I will do it like this. I will just sweep it a couple of times to get more product. I like that it's not wet and it's also not too dry, so I think the consistency it's what I like. I already curled my lashes, so I like it, but not that as much as I was expecting. I will give it a second coat. I'll have to play with it more. I think it's not a bad mascara, it's just that it's new. Not bad, but I was expecting more from this Lancôme Monsieur Beige. So hopefully after a couple of applications will work better, because I do not have my blush palette from the brand that I ordered. I'm going to use the shade in Blond. And I'm going to take this brush from Beige Cosmetics. And the nail polish that I'm wearing, because I know Jackie and other friends will ask is from OPI. Also the accent nails, so I'm going to list it on the description box. It's one of my favorite. I think this is my favorite part of the fall and winter, that I get to wear my dark shades, nail polishes. And for highlight, I'm going to take the shade Stella, this one. Ooh, this makes an excellent highlighter shade for me. Okay, for lipstick, I was thinking that I can show you two options. So I have a more nude option and then more colorful. For the nude option, I'm going to use this Lord & Berry lip pencil. And this is by L'Oreal. I think they are not making this anymore. I don't know exactly the name of the product. I have it on the shade MN 401. Also have it from a long time, but I love the shade. It's really similar with the Anita from Nars. And the texture is like a whipped cream. This is the look number 1 using a neutral lip. For more colorful option, I also have a crayon from Lord & Berry, but this can be also used as a lipstick because it's more chubby. So I'm going to use that to define my lips. And I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Velours Extreme Matte Lipstick on the shade Fresh. This is all for today. This is the makeup look that I've created using makeup from brands starting with letter L. My mom's name was Lucia, or Lucy if you want to say like this, but people were telling her Lucica. So yeah, there is that. This video was done in honor of my mom, who was born on October 20. And yes, on this day when the video will go up on October 20, she will have been 73. So mom, we'll never forget you. Rest in peace. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I hope this video was not sad for you. I'm trying to not make it sad. I don't want to feel sorry for me, and I want to remember how she was on her good days. This was the purpose of this video. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already. Don't forget to follow me on my social, and I wish you all to have a great, blessed, fantastic day and week ahead. Stay safe, guys. Bye bye. Mwah.